Hello everyone, this is Ryan here again. Another episode of Professional Farmer 2014. And before I get started here, I should just note between this episode and last episode, I sorted out my problems with the field. Turns out it was my graphical settings. Although it probably still is Professional Farmer's fault. It shouldn't affect the game in my opinion, but at any rate it does. So you can see my fields again. You can see I got it planted here. You can see this field over here. And yeah, for those who listened to my previous episode, it was the change in the graphics card to max 3D, or maximum 3D performance. So I changed it back from maximum 3D performance back to activating all displays. So that means I got 3 of my displays back. You can definitely tell it affects the performance a little bit. I'm definitely not getting quite the frame rates I used to. Still decent frame rates though. It still runs right at 30, and that's with me recording, so it's not too bad. Okay, and I believe where I left off last time, it wanted me to cultivate some fields. Cultivate at least 3 fields. Okay. Okay, it's not going to tell me what fields to cultivate, huh? So I wonder if that means I get to pick any 3 of my choosing, or... I should note as well that I finished up last year episode, or however you want to call it. I finished up last year. Finished harvesting the neighbor's wheat. And then it went on and basically started a new round for this year, new year. We're back to early spring again. Let's see here. Trouble is, this isn't plowed, so I'm not sure what. So yeah, I'm not sure if it wants me to plow this first or cultivate it. Yeah, at first it's supposed to first plow it. Doesn't say anything about that though. Well, I guess we'll plow it first then, see what happens. Yeah, I'm still playing in career mode. This is... I guess this is still kind of a tutorial yet. At the end of the first year, it said it unlocked the upgrades for items, unlocked the store, so everything should be available at the store now, I'm assuming. And now I can... Yeah, let's see, once I do stuff with next round, wait. I go to M here and go to mechanics. Yeah, I can go next round, call for assistance. Well, I guess I can call for assistance before if I needed it. Call for fuel, and wait. That's if you want to do, if you don't want to work at night. Yeah, we'll just back this back here and put it away and grab the plow, which yeah, okay, there's the plow. And get the right keys here. Still getting used to this forward, backward, R, up and down cue. You gotta first lower the implement to detach it and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see what plowing the field does first. Doesn't tell me what fields I have to do, so I'm assuming I can do any ones I want. Possibly I've got to purchase them first. I'm not sure. We'll find out here. And let's see what's here. The plow is that the way, so get this right here. I want to start. Nope, that was the right way. Gotta look at this first here. Okay, drop that down, and I've found, for me at least, the best gear has been 4A. Seems like that works the best. And there we go, we're plowing. You'll notice when you plow, at least I notice, when you plow, the tractor has a tendency to turn, so you got to keep straightening it out. And I'm going to start at the opposite side of the field, because I don't care to flip this thing over all the time. It might have a slow process. I find it easier just to drive to the other side of the field. That's probably one of the things at the top of my wish list at the moment. A bigger plow. Now, I've already actually seen the store, what all the items are available in the free mode, so yeah, I think from what I've seen, it looks like there's only 2 plows available. This one and a slightly bigger one, so yeah. We're kind of stuck with only 2 plows, and they're not very big each, so. Also, holding down this W key here sucks. I would say plowing is probably the slowest part of the process here. It's going to take a while to plow this field. And if it doesn't say what fields I got to plow here, I'm assuming I can plow. I'll just pick a couple small ones and do that. Actually, I wonder if I can hire a worker to do it. Maybe I can do that. We'll maybe check that out after I finish this field. That'll probably actually be next episode, but... yeah, for those of you wondering what the correct way to plow here is, get out here a minute. You always want your tire to be in the track with this last plow. So it should be, you know, the next time around, I'm going to have to run the tire wherever this lines up. So now I can go back up this side, but in order to do that, I got to flip this plow over. Maybe I'll do that and show you what I mean here. Hopefully that makes sense. Now when I go back this way, I actually got to rotate this plow around so I keep that end plow on the towards, I'm going to call that the inside of the field, I guess, so it's towards this part of the field here. And on this side, I'm actually keeping the plow this way. So it doesn't really matter how I do it, just so I keep the plow this way on that side of the field, and I keep the plow this way over here. That's the advantage of a flip plow like this. You can keep going up and down one side. You don't actually have to start at opposite ends of the field or start in the middle of the field and work your way out or anything like that. Also, plowing versus cultivating does seem to make a difference on the tractor, I've kind of noticed. I can usually cultivate about 5A, but plowing, if I notice if I bring it up to 5A, it kind of bogs the tractor down, so... And I have played around with the gears a little bit. It is possible to get a little bit faster speed out of it, but yeah, I'm good with this. I did notice on the Steam community, I'm not the only one that wants a cruise control. I wonder though if that's actually available on the more advanced tractors, in which case I'm okay with that. You know, if this little tractor doesn't have it, but the bigger ones do, that's... yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, not really, because basically all tractors have cruise control in some way. Because you pretty much put them in gear, let the clutch out, and put the throttle wherever you want, and away it goes. You don't have to step on the gas or hold anything down to make it go. Yeah, generally speaking, you just pop the tractor in gear and throttle her wherever she needs to be, and away you go. Also on the Steam forum, I seen someone trying to compare, I was gonna say Farm Sim, no, it's Sim Farm, you know, versus this game, and saying how, you know, Sim Farm's got all these features, but yet, you know, professional farmer doesn't. Or even if you compare it to Farming Giants, they were saying, you know, Farming Giants got all these features, but professional farmer doesn't. You know, the one comment I have there is, you know, it's a different type of game. You know, Sim Farm, Farming Giants, I don't really get into those type of games. They're kind of more of a managing, you know, third-person game. So I don't think it's really fair to compare that to what I would call this a first-person farming game. You're actually in the tractor doing it yourself. Whereas Sim Farm, Farming Giants, yeah, you just kind of control a bunch of minions running around doing the work for you. Now, granted, they got a lot more features, but and that would be nice to see in, you know, this type of game as well. But it's probably a few years down the road yet, I'm guessing. Also, if I push F2 here, I should be able to see what percentage I'm at in this field as soon as I get back on it anyway. And we got 43% plowed. That's one nice thing about this game. You don't have to get 100%. You just kind of miss a little bit here and there. I mean, you don't have to get 100% of the field. You got to get... Oh, okay. Let me start that over. That don't quite make sense. I don't have to get every little area on this field. I can miss bits and bobs here and there, just so my percentage over here reaches 100%. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, like that little bit I missed there. Doesn't really matter as long as my percentage gets up to 100%. And actually, I think the game considers like 95% close enough. But I like to get it to 100 all the time, so... Yeah, both Agriculture Simulator 2011, 2012 are the same way. Now maybe it's just me, but it seems like this tractor's going a little slow. Even though it says it's going 14, 15 kph. Kilometers per hour, I believe. I've got $132,000. I've got a $249,000 loan. That's weird. I thought I had a $250,000 loan. Also, I see if I want weather forecast, I gotta buy a metro station, which is probably a meteorological station, I'm guessing. You know, metro station to me sounds like a train station, but... Or, actually, I should say a bus station of some type. Not train. Wonder how weather actually affects this game. Nope, can't go any faster. You'll notice I bumped it up to 5A and it actually dropped the speed down. It's bogging the tractor down too much. Now I could try 14B. Doesn't look like it. I've only got 3 passes done on that side already. Ooh. Boy, this is going to take a while. Definitely have to keep an eye on your steering here, otherwise you're going to end up all over this field. I will have to say I do like the sun glare on the windshields, but it seems like a little much. It's a pretty impressive feature though, I'll have to say. It actually adds something like that to the game. Also, it's nice to see most of the gauges on this tractor actually work. So if I look down there, and let me go around and finish this row here first. Yeah, if I look down there, I can actually see my RPMs, what gear I am, what speed I'm actually going. It's pretty cool. And I've actually got the time on the clock on the tractor there on the dashboard. I'm not sure if any of that other information there in orange lights up or not. Not sure on that. It looks like the fuel gauge is working though. It's in the yellow there, and if I look over to the side here on this pop-out one, it's also kind of sort of in the yellow. Look backwards and the tractor starts going the way you don't want it to. Yeah, we're up to 73%. I find plowing, I actually kind of like the outside view a little bit more. Just because it allows me to kind of look down like this and I can see, okay, I'm more or less lined up. Kind of keep the middle of that front tire over the end line of the last plow. Looks like a radio tower up there. Can't actually get down low enough to look at it though. Can't see it from this view either. That's a bummer. Oh well, can't even see it from this view. Do notice there's a lot of wind turbines around here though. Got one there, and I believe there's, if I get out, you can see a couple more over there as well. Watch where I'm going a little bit here. Yeah, we're getting there. 92%. I don't think it's going to tell me at this time around because it actually doesn't tell me to plow the field, but normally you get up to about 95% or so, and it tells you to go home now. So, yeah, like I mentioned before, I always like to get it up to 100%. Yeah, with this, doesn't seem to be any penalty for actually leaving your plow down, going around, turning around. I know in Agriculture Simulator 2012, if you left your plow, I think even 2011 was the same way, if I remember correctly. 2012, you left your plow down outside of the field, or any implement for that matter, they'd get damaged pretty quickly. So it actually gave you some incentive to raise that plow up or implement up at the end of the field. Doesn't seem to be that incentive here. And it looks like this last pass here will get us up to 100%. There we go, 100%. Yeah, okay, we'll park this up and we'll call it an episode here. Oops, knocked the cone over. Yeah, we'll fill it up. Well, everyone, we plowed a field this episode. Took us a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I'll call it an episode at this point. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching.